Hello and welcome to Centurion's Corner, and today we are reviewing from G.I. Joe Classified the Ali Viper. Now I picked this guy up for about £13 online from Star Action Figures, and even at that price I was kind of umming and ahhing about it. I used to have this guy as a 3.75, but that was like a young Steve who would have loved kind of all these sort of zazzy colours and stuff. But as I get older, I kind of like my stuff being more military-esque. But behold of that, I've actually, the more I've been sort of playing with this guy, I've actually really enjoyed it. So it's actually a little bit of a different setup here. I actually deleted most of my footage of me opening up the figure. I don't know why. I think I just tried to, I think it was when I was doing the fixer. I needed a bit of memory on my phone, and I kind of sort of like just deleted a few bits. And that's what you do when you edit at like 2 a.m. in the morning. Anyway, looking at the box set a little bit kind of closer, we've got that Ali Viper on the side there. You've got the COBRA logo in the background there. The Ali Viper coming all the way up here. And at £13, you could actually army build this and really replicate it coming around. We've got a COBRA Commander down here. On the back, we've got that kind of collage again with the Ali Viper at the top here. And then you've got his attributes on the side, and he is number 34 in the range there. So I mean, that's just the box, but the figure itself is a massive standout for me. It's come on, sort of kudos. I'm just kind of a little bit apprehensive about just purchasing the guy because you know, as I said, it's the color kind of is putting me off, but getting him out of the box, looking at the accessories that you get with him, I think it's like 6 accessories here. For 13 quid, it's just phenomenal. And the more I've been playing with it, I've just been enjoying it. Put it on the diorama. It kind of looks like a Rainbow Six tactical guy. It's just really, really cool. So anyway, it comes with a bunch of accessories, and I thought we'll look at the accessories, then go through the figure, and then we can put him all together. So he comes with this little submachine gun. Again, nice little realistic form. You actually got an extra handle at the front there, so you can do a 2-handle kind of grip on it, which is pretty nice. And then we have the ammo cartridge, which is removable as well, which then just fits into the side of the gun. Looking pretty cool. And then we got this one here, which is my favourite gun that he comes with. It's more of a kind of an assault rifle, looking really nice on the details as well. And again, removable cartridge that can fit in on there, which is cool. And then we have a kind of like this harpoon gun, I guess, grapple hook. It's actually got a hole on the side here, and it's got a hole on here, so you could put a bit of string if you really wanted to. Details on this one is probably a little bit more lacking compared to the other, but if you actually take this off, it's actually got more of a kind of like a shotgun-esque kind of look to it if you wanted it to be like that. If not, you can just plug this in. Obviously it is removable on that part, but it is a little bit hard to put back in the barrel, so just be careful of that, especially on stress marks. The other part it comes with is a sidearm. Again, a very basic looking pistol, but pretty cool nonetheless, quite futuristic. It comes with 2 knives, which are exactly the same. This one has a stress mark on it because when I tried putting it in his sheath, it kind of bent as I was doing it. Let's try and get that a bit more in focus on there, but they're both exactly the same and no paintwork, just all done casted in a black plastic. Then he comes with his backpack. It kind of looks a bit like a COBRA version of the Proton pack from the Ghostbusters. He's got grenades down here, a few packs on there, got this, I guess, a claymore, like a mine or something up here, then obviously the COBRA logo on the side. Again, more little details and pouches on this side, and on this side just kind of very basic really, to be honest with you. And then on the back we've got a few sort of like chipboards and whatnot around on there. And then also he comes with his shield, looking really nice with the COBRA logo on there. Again, the camo matches the actual figure itself, looking quite nice. No sort of like scratch marks or anything. We have got a couple of sort of rivets and stuff around on it. On this side we've actually got like a kind of like a ranger, I guess makes him see through the shield or something like that. Looks pretty nice. And then we also have this arm holder, I guess, so you can put it through there, so you can hold it this way, but if you want to put his arm down, you know, you can actually just rotate it as well, so you know, you've got sort of like good sort of like movement there just for the shield alone. So looking at the actual figure as well, we go through his articulation first. So head wise, he can go left, he can go right, he can look down, and he can look up. And then we've got that lower neck movement with the upper neck movement as well. So really good articulation there. In the arm, we've got a butterfly joint here. The arm can come up to this far. He's actually got full rotation all the way around. It's got rotation here at the upper bicep, a double elbow that comes all the way around on this side, rotation and a hinge on his hand. And then this bit here is a little bit hindered. He has got a crunch in there, but you really can't get to it because this is all one sort of plastic piece around it, and there is a sort of twist in there, so you can get more to that, but rather than the crunch, unfortunately. Leg wise, this way, forward, back, upper thigh rotation there. We've got double knees, we've got a boot cut and an ankle pivot and rocker. I did have a bit of problem with this side on this hip. I've actually had to hot water it, shall I say, pop it off. And inside it's kind of like a mace. It's like the ball joint is not just a plain ball. It's actually got like lots of little points over it. And it was just so hard to move his leg. Once I hot balled, watered it, I put it back on, and it was still really stiff after it kind of got a little bit warm, or sort of cooled down, should I say. So I actually sanded it all off, so now it moves very nicely with no kind of hinderment at all. So yeah, sort that out, Hasbro. Every GI Joe I've been having have been absolutely awful in those parts, but this guy, he comes to life is in his looks. To be honest with you, I really love the mask on here. I love that kind of stress marks of the fabric coming over. Looks really cool, really tactical, really nice. We got this sort of visor that is movable, comes down like this sort of shield on this part. I kind of wish it was just a little bit more situated to the actual mask itself without this sort of gap, so it looked really kind of like closed off. But the lines and stuff on the side, they kind of sort of flow with the helmet itself, but I kind of like it up more than down, to be honest. The helmet is all orange around on here, back on here it's kind of very plain. Around on the front you've got all the pouches, the satchels, got his sort of knife sheath here, all these other pouches down on here, got his like hooks and whatnot. On this arm you just got the COBRA logo, again another sort of like sheath on this bit. I have actually glued this because it kept floating around, so I've actually glued it in place so it doesn't move at all. Hands are just standard black gloves, and then coming down to his sort of legs we've got this sort of extra pouches on this side. You've got his holster for his gun, and then you've got his knee pads, and then you've got his shin pads as well, down to his black boots. Unfortunately with these they actually kind of hinder his ankles quite a bit, so they do get in the way, and I have seen online where people have been twisting these around because they do look a little bit funky, I think, with the colour scheme. So you could have a full like black boot by just twisting the ankle and they come around this way, and this is how I've been displaying him, to be honest, because I think he looks quite cool in that kind of way rather than those big sort of brown sort of satchel things sitting up the front. So with that we can actually load this guy up with accessories as well. So first of all, he has his little pistol that goes into his holster on this side. One of his knives can come up here and go into this sheath, just like so. Just be careful on that because that's how I got the stress mark. Trying to put it in it, they were kind of stiff at first, and so is this one here, like so. We can put his backpack, that plugs in. It's a little bit awkward sometimes, it does kind of fall out quite easily, and sometimes it's in there quite firm. And then we've got this sort of extra nub part on here where you can actually put his other gun, which attaches to his back. And then we have his shield, which then goes into this kind of place here, just like so. I've actually tried taking the hand off, but it's quite a long peg on the inside, and a lot of the GI Joes, unfortunately, they don't have like removable hands like the Marvel Legends, but yeah, nonetheless it gets on there eventually. And then you can pick or choose. He can't hold the guns in sort of like other places on here, so you have to pick and choose which gun you prefer. So I'm going to go with his assault rifle. Again, with the GI Joes, you have to really push down and twist those guns into their hands and stuff. But yeah, he's a really cool figure. Once he's all kitted out, just standing there on guard. And this is what I meant with the shield as well. So you can have it sort of like this way, or you can actually just rotate it, and then he can have it sort of like coming down that way as well. So yeah, it's really, really cool. So we can just bring that up there. We can just bend his knees a little bit. And he's actually got these sort of extra holes on his shield as well at the side here, so you could actually sort of like do it so he's kind of moving forward and shooting, even though his ammo clip just fell out. But yeah, you can just get him into these really cool poses, just really nice, just a really cool action figure, to be honest. I just wish he had a little bit more movement there in his upper body, but apart from that, no, he's a really good figure. So that is kind of it really. So thank you so much for joining this one. Don't forget to comment down below, subscribe, ding that bell, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.